fuel pump went out. I'm 99% sure it's the fuel pump. Don't hear it cycling, got power to it, so ordered a new one up. Kind of a bummer, but got pretty far today. We're driving all over. She was driving all over. She definitely likes it, so another 180 bucks put into it, so hopefully this will be the last thing it needs. But it's a Polaris, so I'm not holding my breath. Alright, got a new fuel pump here today for the Polaris Ace. So hopefully this will do the trick, because if not, I'm gonna have an unhappy wife and I'm not gonna have a happy life. So let's get this thing in, see what it does. Alright, so this is already loose, but I was in here the other day testing the fuel pump, making sure that was a problem. Definitely got a bad fuel pump, so go ahead and take this ring off. This one comes with a new one. Just throw that over there. And then I'm gonna pull this fuel pump out. Shake these off. So pretty simple to do. It's in a nice easy spot as well. And let some of this gas drain back into there. And it comes with a new O-ring too. We were out riding the other day and we were ahead of her. She's always at the tail end and we lost her. Didn't know where she was. We had to go backtrack and find her, and there she was, sitting dead in the water. I checked the fuses on the trail and we had nothing, but I just plugged in the new one just to make sure it was the problem before I went and stuck it in the fuel. Because you're never gonna be able to return it once you stick it in the gas, because it's gonna always smell like gas. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save this one and I'm gonna take it apart and buy a new pump. I could have done that, but I was afraid this stuff's gonna break, so I'd rather, attempt it after I have a new one in there and running, and then I'll have a backup, because I can replace all the, the mechanical parts on this thing. So it was like 170 bucks for a new whole unit, or I want to say it's like 40 bucks for just the pump, somewhere around there. So get this out of the way. The new ring and gaskets. Just make sure this is clean up here. Don't want to soak that rag in there. I'm going to take a look down in here too with the flashlight, just to make sure there's no sand and stuff down there. There is, and I have to empty the tank a little bit and clean that out. Looks pretty clean in there. I'm okay with that. So I'm just gonna put a Vaseline on here, just a thin coat, just so it, slides on there easier. Nothing crazy. Just to give it a little lubrication. That way when you go to tighten everything down, it won't, bind up or anything. It'll slide around real easy. So. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on itself. So here's a new one. So this arrow coincides with these two notches here. So it'll kind of be like that in there. So I don't know, let's see if you can see those notches. See these two little notches there? So it should line up with that. Yes, get on there. So this is going to be a push down type. It's going to be under tension, so just have to manipulate it in there with. Yes, it's on there. Go ahead and line it up. Let's try the old ring. See what that one does. That one started right away. I don't know. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, the new one didn't work, so I'm just gonna use the old one. I use like one of those metal oil filter wrenches. I don't have one of those, so channel loss. Should work fine. Turns at a time, I guess. Sure nothing splashing in there. All right. Seems tight on there. Go ahead and pop this off. Let's take that back out the old one. Go ahead and get this off of there. Cut that. Flop down there. I'm gonna go ahead and put some dielectric grease on this so I don't have any problems down the road. sharp angle like that, that doesn't bother me, but that's where it's supposed to be at. And lined up, so. Alright, let's go ahead and turn this thing on. Alright, I'm going to remove these decals from this machine. So as you know, we had an issue with the fuel pump. It went out on her. I just put a new one in there. Runs good now. Simple fix for now. Hopefully that's it. But she cleaned up good. I mean, she's not washed or nothing, but cleaned up all the plastics. It's a lot better without those decals, I think. Those decals are just ratty, and you know, now she's got a white machine again. It's gotta have white everything, right? But we found a really cool decal kit. This thing's pretty elaborate, like when they cover all this and this, but I just want one that was, you know, like here and here, and that's it. But I mean, it comes with those, but I don't want to waste all the other ones, because I mean, it's all comes down here, and you know, it covers all this here. So I don't know, probably just leave it white. This looks like some rocks have been hitting it there. So that's where we're at with this. They're back up and running again. New fuel pump did the trick. I know I said it had like just under 5,000 miles and like 300 and something hours, but we are at 49.98 for miles, and then the hours were a little higher than I thought. It was at 575 hours, so which isn't bad, but I thought it was a little lower. So still a good machine so far, besides the fuel pump going out. She's happy with it, so it's all that matters. If it needs work, I can definitely handle that. I mean, it's a small machine, so we'll be able to care for this one easy. Alright, so I got most of the parts in. I'm just waiting on 2 quarts of oil and an oil filter, but we got a pump just to help pump the stuff in if I need to. I just went and got the basic air filter. It does have like a unifilter in there now with like some foam on it. I'm just gonna go back to the original OEM style. It's a little bit easier to deal with. New belt. I think I'm gonna hold off on putting the belt on. I'll just hang on to it. Or I may put it on and just hang on to the old one. And then we got some gear case lubricant and transmission fluid. And we got some demand drive fluid for hub and centralized Hillard clutches. I basically got these 2 are the same, this big bottle and this one. So this will do like 2 services, and then these 2 came together. So it's cheaper to buy the bigger one and then buy these 2, because I can add that to that, and then I'll make 3 services. So we're just waiting on the oil and filter, and then we did go ahead and replace the fuel pump, and we got it running again. So make some videos on changing all that out and doing some service work to this thing and get this thing back on the trails.